you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of the most beautiful love, I'll always feel like this forever. Because of you.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. At some point in this video, Ella's probably going to join us because she wakes up every single time I film. But I'm going to be doing a video with my mom.
Hi everybody.
And I haven't actually seen one of these videos, but I thought it would be a good idea to actually get a mom's perspective after everything happened, to kind of look back on it and get their perspective of how they were actually feeling. Maybe she can tell me some things that she didn't tell me back then. I put out a poll on Instagram for you guys to ask some questions that you would be curious for my mom to answer, and the response that I got was bigger than a response that I've ever gotten before. There was probably about 250 questions. A lot of them were the same, so I narrowed it down to, there's still a lot, but I narrowed it down and I kind of combined some of the questions together because a lot of them were the same but just worded differently. For that reason, I'm not going to be saying who asked the question because a lot of people ask the same questions. So
first of all, that's been a year ago.
I know.
So that's the crazy thing to remember.
A year
back
ago,
a year,
in August or September of last
A
year.
year ago, I think like August 29th. So, you know, sort of like the exact date.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still feel like I can remember
yeah.
all of that, so I'll see how this goes.
Okay, so the first question, which was the biggest question that everybody asked, was what was your first emotion or thought? So like people asked, were you angry, were you sad, were you happy? What was your reaction and your first emotion? Because those two can be different.
Well, first of all, I know I wasn't angry. It was the way that you came to me and said you had something to tell me, and instinctually I knew this was different than anything else. It was a happy reaction, you know. My first thought was that, okay, this is big, that there's a lot to take in. I guess the hard part is there were so many emotions all in one, but I can say it was all good thoughts. It was all like, I love you so much.
So you weren't angry, you weren't sad.
I wasn't angry, I wasn't sad at all. It was immediately for you and loving you and the situation, and honestly, I think, you know, from that time there was a little bit of excitement, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I know why, but that seems like an odd response in the moment. But there was part of me that was actually excited. I think I said that to you.
Yeah, you did.
So the big thing I remember that day is that you had just started classes, and I'm like, oh, you know, you've got to get to class. And you're like, no, I really haven't. I'm like, I just knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it in that moment what it was. So after she told me, we had kind of a favorite spot that we had been going to for about.
That's where deep talks happen. Every time you get in trouble and you need to talk about it, or like you have something really big to talk about, you go down to the creek always.
Right. So here in Colorado, of course, it's beautiful and we have wonderful places to go. So Katie and I had a special spot down by the creek. So we just kind of went down there for probably a few hours and just cried, hugged, prayed, and it was really a special moment. But all in all, I think Katie felt that it was immediate support and love and for whatever was to come.
So if you guys want to know like my perspective on what happened when I told her, I have a whole entire video on how I told Ben and my mom and my dad. So if you guys want to watch that and see the rest of like how I felt and how I felt with her telling me, you guys can go watch that. Were you embarrassed at all when you had to tell your family and your friends?
Wow.
This is honest. You can be, because I mean, I was embarrassed too for anybody to know. Were you, as the mom of the girl who was pregnant, were you embarrassed to be the mom of the teen pregnant girl?
You know, oddly enough, overall, I was not. You know, I guess I got in this mode of didn't really care what other people thought. This was our life, our situation, ours to deal with, and it was fully in a way, protecting you. I guess if there was some of that, it was pretty small, pretty subtle. It was just about embracing the situation and like, this is what it is. And I guess all in all, I knew that we have a number of family members themselves who have been in this situation.
Right, yeah.
And so that's kind of, when I thought about that, I thought, you know, there's no shame here. You know, God doesn't make mistakes. And so we're just going to take this on, and it really didn't matter what people thought.
What were your thoughts towards teen pregnancy before I got pregnant at 19?
Thoughts towards teen pregnancy. Well, if I'm honest, it was one of those things I didn't want for you.
Right.
Okay.
I think everybody feels that way. Like,
Yeah.
frowns upon it.
So, you know, we were trying everything we could to say, you know, here's the path we have for you, and trying to keep you on the straight and narrow, so that, if I'm being honest, that this didn't happen. It's not our plan for you, not what we wanted for you, but on this side of things, it's been so beautiful in so many ways that I could spend hours.
Yeah. Do you think me being pregnant and having a baby brought you and I closer together?
Oh. 100%. Yeah.
It's so weird.
It is so weird. And it happened early in your pregnancy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we had this we're moms moment.
Yeah.
And
well, you were really the only person I had to rely on. For a while, I couldn't feel like I could rely on Ben. We did have a lot of issues in our relationship after I got pregnant, and so for a while, you were the only person that I could rely on and talk to, and like she would listen.
Well, it was the coolest thing, from mom to going to be a mom.
Yeah.
And you really listened, you know what I mean? I guess I felt like I had so much to tell you and to share with you, and you were just so, I mean, I don't know, we just bonded so much, and we just really rode that thing together.
And it was fun, and it was
Yep.
it was a lot of fun, like progressing and buying stuff, and so.
Yeah.
How did you see my future going before I got pregnant?
Okay, that's pretty easy. Actually, only a month or two before that, we had gone touring colleges and in the South, and Katie knew what she wanted to do. She wanted to be an ultrasound tech, ultrasound nurse. We hit a couple schools to do that, and so it was absolutely what I thought her path was, to get into school. She'd already been taking some college classes actually for a couple years at that point through high school. So yeah, I saw the whole college thing, graduating, having the career, getting married, having a baby, the normal stuff.
Yeah. How long did it take you to process?
Well, it was a difficult situation because I knew and your daddy didn't know.
Yeah.
So that was a really hard week where I had to process individually without your dad. And so honestly, it seemed like a lot of that week was like, how is he going to respond?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's kind of complicated that it was more than just me. But I feel like I processed actually pretty quickly, and I knew exactly who I wanted to be for you. And at that point, it was kind of exciting, like, here's what we're doing, and, you know, God has a new plan, and so here we go, and let's do that.
Were you worried about being a grandma at all?
Oh, no. Maybe that was why I was excited, because the grandma part I was really okay with from the beginning.
Yeah. After finding out, did you have a different opinion on Ben?
No, I didn't have a different opinion. All in all, he was so humble. And I don't know what it was, but I've loved him from the beginning, even that moment, and so no, it didn't change my opinion about him.
Were you worried about Ben leaving? Honest.
Okay, my honest opinion is that I know Ben had that option. Okay? And you know, you and I talked about that. He had that option, absolutely, of leaving and saying you didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't have that fear that he was going to leave you. He gave initial impressions that he was all in from the beginning, and I honestly admired that so much about him.
Did you ever think about abortion or adoption?
Never thought about abortion, thought about adoption, but from the standpoint that if something didn't work with you and Ben, you guys decided not to keep this baby, Dad and I were going to adopt her.
Yeah, I know. They did. I don't know if I've talked about that at all, but don't cry!
Yeah, warning, I could cry anytime.
Yeah. They did tell me, or my mom came to me when we were going through a hard time, I think, and a lot of these thoughts and were really running through our head, and she told me, she's like, I just want to let you know, like, abortion is really not an option, and it never was an option for me, but she said, if you're gonna give this baby up for adoption, like, your dad and I will be adopting her. So, and that was huge. It was like, it really showed that no matter what, I was gonna have a relationship with this baby, no matter what happened.
Right.
So
yeah, Dad and I from the beginning said, this is our grandbaby, you know, and so of course we wanted the two of you to have her, but if there was any doubt, any, you know, the course to change, there was no doubt in our minds that we would adopt her.
That's crazy. I completely forgot about that moment there.
I want you to know that was your daddy that first said that.
Were you worried about me being a mom?
No, 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 never. You started taking on this maternal instinct almost immediately. And it was amazing to watch. And so as the months went by, I've just had no doubt at all that she was going to be a good mom, and she's an excellent.
Did you talk to Ben's parents at all after we told you guys?
Talked to his mom, and that was really out of her reaching out to me with the situation, and we felt very differently about the situation, and so we just had conversations about that, you know, how she felt, how I felt, and we were always supportive of the pregnancy, of the two of you as a couple. And so, you know, we didn't talk a lot with them, but we did along those lines.
A lot of people were asking if you were a teen mom and how old you were when you got pregnant for the first time.
Okay, I was not a teen mom. Teen mom, that is, I think I said teen. I was not.
I am a teen mom, but not a teen mom.
That's right. I am on the team. No, at the time, no, I was not a teen mom. I went to college, got my degree, got married after college, followed the normal path, and actually had a hard time getting pregnant. So even when we wanted to have kids, that didn't happen. So we had all of our kids in our 30s. So we appreciate Katie having hers very young and bringing our average back to a normal age.
You were 30.
So I was 31. Yep, pregnant when I was 30. Had my first at 31. Second at 32. That's number 2 right here at 32. At 34 and 37. So, yeah.
Have you seen personality or mentality changes in me?
Yes. Katie went from teenager and just wanting to go and do, and regardless of how her parents felt about certain things, you know, the normal, to so mature, all mom.
Yeah.
Just amazing transformation. Yeah.
Amazing from a parent's perspective, but from my siblings' perspective, I went from fun to not fun. So
yeah, they call her mom actually.
Yeah, my
okay,
brother's like,
mom.
you're such a mom now. But like from parents' perspective, it went from like a teenager to like mature and friend and all this stuff. And then from other people, they were like, oh my god, you're not fun anymore.
Yeah.
So.
For me, it went from Katie, my daughter, to Katie, my friend. Yeah.
We're
fellow moms. Hi, Annie. She's like, whoa. Did you just wake up? Yeah.
I thought I heard her. That's why I was like, I think I want to check on her, but I thought I heard her over there. Okay, so we had to take a brief intermission because she woke up. And now I knew it. She was going to be a part of the video somehow, huh? Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Did you wake up? Yeah. Did you think Ben was going to be a good dad?
Yes, I think overall, if I'm being honest, I felt like he had some areas to mature, but there's something about the way he embraced, and there was no doubt in my mind that he was going to do whatever it took to own up and be the man he needed to be. And I felt like he had, like I said, some areas to mature, but no, overall, I didn't have a doubt along the way that he was going to be a great dad. He's got a real playful side, so no doubt he's going to be the fun dad, by the way.
Yeah. Did you feel you failed as a parent?
Wow, okay. No, I know it sounds so weird, but overall from the get-go, it's been positive. It's been exciting. I just embraced it as God's plan for you and for Ben, and I mean, I think, we have done everything we can to lean into that and to be where we are today.
What is your favorite part of watching me be a mom?
I have to pick one?
I don't know. However many you think of, I guess.
Oh gosh, favorite part. Oh, there are just so many. I've been so impressed with Katie about her just naturally moving into mom mode. And I would say the biggest thing would be how patient you are with her. You know, with a crying baby, with sleepless nights, with the stress of, you know, being pregnant and having a baby before you were married. And I was impressed, honestly, with how maturely you handled all of that, and just how loving and patient you are with this one. You're awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Would you change your reaction at all?
No.
Yeah, I don't think.
Nope. Nope. And now if I had responded incorrectly,
Yeah.
you know, if I had responded.
I think a few other people may want to change their reaction.
I think so.
What was the hardest thing to watch me go through during pregnancy?
It was your mental state because of your hormones.
Right, yeah.
You know, and that you were down on yourself, you were questioning things, and that was hard to see. And then I worried, honestly, as a mom, just like, okay, are you going to question whether you really want her?
Right.
And all of that. So I had to kind of secretly run through all of that personally and try to, you know, get you to a better place. And you came out of it, but, you know, there were a couple of scary moments, you know, during that time.
Yeah. How would you feel if I got pregnant again?
Yay! Woohoo! Yes! A little boy with brown eyes. Look like your daddy, because we have a mini me, Katie here. Would be so cute. Yeah, I'd totally be fine with that.
Were you scared Ella may not have a good upbringing?
No, because I know no matter what, we are here to support you and love on you guys and do what we have to do, because this is our grandbaby. And you're our baby. And Ben's our new baby. So
New baby.
That's right.
New
Well,
big
yes,
baby.
New big baby. He's a new son-in-law. We love all of you, and we just have no doubt that. Oh, excuse you. That's what you think of that, huh?
Oh, did you not know where that came from? Was that not you? That was not me, huh?
That was you.
Are you more okay with it now than you were when I got pregnant?
I think I'm just more relaxed now. I guess it's when you first got pregnant. I've always been okay with it, but then it was like all the what ifs and how is this going to work and what is this going to do to you, and you know, is hopefully we wanted Ben so much to be part of this, and you know, as a couple, you guys had so much to figure out. These were, you know, big life things. Not any more okay with it today. I think I'm just more comfortable. This is it, and we're happy, and we've gotten through so much together that we're just at a good place.
When did you feel excited?
I know, there are probably some moms out there like, really? But I'm gonna say from the very moment you told me.
Babies are exciting.
I know. So it was an excitement mixed in with so many other emotions about, wow, I mean, the magnitude of knowing and all of that, but excited overall that I felt like, you know what, we're gonna figure this out. And I'm a grandma. That's exciting.
What do you think about me stopping school for now?
I'm okay with that. I do like the idea that if you and Ben ever needed the extra income, and it would be great for you to have that backup to be able to work a couple days a week or whatever to have, and I think that would make you feel really good to have some established education there for if you ever needed that. But I'm totally comfortable right now. I feel like God has you right where, you know, you should be, which is raising this little one, and you doing it personally and at home with her is the best thing ever, and it only lasts for that long.
Yeah.
And but I would like to see you at some point pursue a degree of some kind,
which is the
and
plan.
get that. Yeah. So, but right now I think that this is right.
Can you imagine life without her?
Oh my goodness, no. No. No.
Were you excited when Ella was born?
Oh my goodness. These are such easy questions, thank you. Oh yeah. I think it'll be a special time for Ben and me for a long time to come.
Yeah.
being in the room together on either side of you, and you know, seeing this little one come into the world will just be something that'll be forever
Yeah.
special.
When do you think we should have another baby?
I think Ella wants to answer this one. You want to answer? Oh, she just said it. She said, I'm the only one. No. Oh gosh, you know, 2 years apart is a pretty cool thing. Maybe when Ella's 2, like you're having your next one.
That's not that far
Because
away.
then there are going to be several more, so you got to get going.
Oh my
you know?
gosh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a grandma?
Being able to love on her and seeing, I mean, I don't know what it is about those smiles and holding her, hugging her. I don't know what it is. It's just, I'm not the parent. I don't have to worry about these other things. And I mean, I think that's the special part of being a grandparent. You can just love on them, and that's our job. That's good. You don't have to worry about the rest.
How has Ella changed everyone's life in your life?
Wow, it's amazing to see how you can love someone. So, that was not me, by the way. That was her.
Did you, Tootie?
Raise your hand if that was you. Okay, just making sure everybody knows that.
You're silly. Did you, Tootie?
What I did, isn't it cute? No matter what I do, it's all cute. So, who would you think I would say has changed the most?
Dad.
Yes. Yes. This little one's pop.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she already has him wrapped. Yes, he loves her. He can have a hard day at work, come home, and this little one will look for him, smile at him, and he is just a puddle of,
Yeah.
right?
And it's vice versa too, because you can already see how attached that she is to him and how much she loves him too.
It's been very cool to see, but boy, her pop just lights up when he sees her and he plays with her, and it just actually brings back memories of when you guys were little. And so, but it's more special than that. It really is. So, and then I think for your siblings, I think they love being aunts and Uncle Hayden.
It's changing, I think, now that she's getting older, because at first they were just so like gentle and sweet, and especially Hayden, he was just so soft with her, and now she's getting into a mode where she likes to be thrown in the air, and she likes to play and smile and talk, and so their way of interacting with her is changing, and that's cool too.
Yeah, and I think it's even as she begins to talk and show more expression, I think everyone's bond with her is going to grow even that much more so. You know, I just have so much love for her. It's made me more emotional. That's what it has. It's made me see you differently, and it's changed my life in that we are, they talk about going from parent to friend, and we've always said, oh, that would be a really cool thing. And to have you now, a mom, and how our relationship has changed and is so fun, and so that's really the big thing is our relationship, and that I've become more emotional. Just like I'll cry over so many things, and I'm not a crier, you know. She has
grandma emoji.
I do, and that is just to love this little one and want the best for her and for you and for Ben, and as you're married, this little family. There's so much in me that just wants the best for you guys, and I'll do anything to help with that.
So the last thing is, somebody posted, which I think that would be really cool to end the video,
Okay.
but they said it wasn't a question, but what is your advice to people who need to tell their parents, and like the way that they tell them, like what is your advice to other young people that need to tell their parents that they're pregnant?
That's a hard question because I know it's so individualized by family situations. But all in all, I think humbleness, honesty, sincerity, going to your parents with those qualities is really how to do it. And regardless of what the outcome is, I always, I would pray that would be positive like it was for you. Not everyone's going to experience that going into it, that way. But that just means you've done your part, and your parents' response is really on them you know, not on you. Have that conversation with them. I think that's so important to ever consider, you know, not having your little one. I guess you have to say the abortion word.
Yeah.
You know, in my mind, to go that route because you're scared to tell your parents or how they may respond. I guess you have to think bigger than that, you know, they have to own their own emotions, and that you know, you do what's right for you. But that's just my personal opinion.
Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed and took something out of this video and either encouraged you or put some light on the subject, because I know a lot of people are curious. If you guys have any other questions for my mom that we didn't touch on somehow, just leave them in the comments and I'll ask her, and then I'll just like type a response or something. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like this, a big thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe, because our goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we're getting pretty close. So that is the end of the video. Starting today and next week, we will be posting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We are completely caught up now, which makes me feel really, really good, because it's a huge stressor when you have a lot of things to edit and upload. But we will be uploading every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we will be sticking to that schedule, hopefully. So you guys be she just so you guys be looking out for those videos, and we will see you on Monday. Bye guys.
Bye.